Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here on the corner of Capitol and Front at CenturyLink Arena as we get ready for some early morning hockey. It's Game 4 of the Bronco Showcase. This one a matchup between Boise State University and the Northern Arizona University Lumberjacks. Leonard Berry alongside Mitch Kramer once again, and we will be bringing you all the action here from CenturyLink Arena. Boise State trying to snap a losing streak, the first losing streak of the season for the Broncos. They started off hot 3-0, but back-to-back losses on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, a 3-2 loss to Metropolitan State University of Denver, and then yesterday, a 5-1 drubbing at the hands of the University of Mary Marauders, who looked absolutely fantastic in that matchup. Boise State simply could not get anything going. And yet again, Boise State up the first line. It's Dustin Truex. He'll make a first line appearance along with Staples, Pinsky, and Jones. Meanwhile, for Northern Arizona, Brendan Jester, the center, alongside the right winger Alex Shoup, left winger Reese Kiefer, and the first line defense pairing of 16 and 20, Dimitri Thorson, number 16, number 20, Nick Pizzi. In the net today for the Lumberjacks, it's number 30, Christian Ross. And down on the other end of the ice, Kyler Ayers again gets the start for Boise State. Puck drop underway here at CenturyLink Arena. It's the Lumberjacks with first possession, and that one angled in. Thrown out to center ice to Pinsky. Pinsky not able to get there. Back to Thorson. Thorson gets one through the zone. Kyle Meyer on the first line defense pairing for Boise State due to the injury to Sven Marnis. Pinsky chips one in. Ends up in the glove of Christian Ross. And with 30 seconds gone, we'll have our second face-off of the game.
Kind of an interesting scratch here for the Boise State Broncos. Mikey Carranza sitting inside the penalty box, opening the doors for them there, so he must have some sort of injury to keep him out of this game here.
Carranza, a staple of the first line, as well as the first line power play, but today sits inactive. Not sure if a healthy scratch or an unhealthy scratch, as Brandon Benson tries to fight for the puck in the corner. He does end up collecting it for Boise State. He goes down to the ice. Arm of the referee goes up. Next time the Lumberjacks touch it, we'll have a delayed penalty, and Broncos will go to the power play. Ayers gets off, but not in time before Dimitri Thorson gets a hold of the puck. And
great play by Brandon Benson there, stealing the puck off of the Lumberjack defenseman and keeping his feet moving up the wall, ending up drawing the tripping penalty.
With only 56 seconds gone in period number one, it's Dimitri Thorson who will be in the box for 2 minutes on the tripping call. And we'll see how this Boise State power play operates. Looks like it's going to be Truex as the center here on the first line. Benson and Pinsky, the defensive pairing on the power play, as they move the traditional defenseman Ames to the right wing, as we've seen so many times in the Bronco Showcase. Ayers drops it for Benson. Regroups behind his own net. Moves it left wing to Pinsky. Pinsky shoots one in the middle. Jones, too strong for him. And it's slapped out by Jacob Beck. Benson yet again. Slings one over to Ames. That one misses as well. Boise State, 30 seconds gone on the power play, have yet to enter the zone. Caught out of the sky by Jones. Pinsky gets back onside. Jones enters, tries to bank it down the boards. That won't go. That one comes careening off the glass to Ames. Truex now half boards, throws one out in front, blocked by a skate. Now finds Jones. Jones moves it back to the blue line with Benson. Benson, D to Ames. Ames lost sight of it. Pinsky there to poke it away to Truex. Truex half boards yet again. Truex takes a move through, poked away by the goaltender of the Lumberjacks, and then chopped out by number 12, Tucker Honing. As Benson chases back, recoils. 17:52 left in period number one. 45 seconds on the Bronco power play as Benson enters the zone with ease, gets a shot off the pad. A rebound falls out to Broman. Broman can't put it away. NAU picks it up and skates it through center ice, chips it forward, and they'll go for a change with 30 seconds left on Boise State's power play.
Good save there by the Lumberjack goalie. He had a little screen from his defenseman on that Benson shot. Was able to find it and direct it away.
Pinsky flicks one to Broman. Broman gives it right back. Pinsky moving in, trying to angle one off the boards to Polon. Finds its way to Polon. Polon slings it back to Pinsky. Pinsky, a lot of open ice. No one to pass to. Finds a pass out in front on the doorstep. It's Ames. Excuse me, it's not Ames. It's Caleb Stinson who misses the puck there. And Boise State's power play is over. Back to even strength. Broncos now just 1 for their last 10 on the power play. Shuffled in by Valerie Dietz. Goes into the corner and then comes back out of the zone. Lumberjacks chasing after it, but it'll be Valerie Dietz to get there first for Boise State. He'll be held up by Ysidro Gravel. Now it'll come out to the blue line, just barely kept in through the legs of Polon. Out in front, Ayers had to dive over, but NAU couldn't get a stick on it. That one shot forward, blocked by traffic out in front of the net. That traffic being number 9, Matthew Johnson of Boise State. Excuse me, it was number 8, Thomas Polon. Slung over, but unable to be handled by Garrett Fitzgerald, who we did not see yesterday. Chased into the corner by Jupia. And it'll be an icing for the Broncos. Northern Arizona unable to go for the change that they wanted. And it'll be an offensive zone faceoff for Boise State. We'll bring the first line out with 4 minutes gone in period number 1. One back to the point, given over to Pinsky. Shot blocked by a stick, but still managed to find its way through. Truex can't corral in the corner. Lumberjacks have it. Number 19, Reese Kiefer. He'll dish it over to one of his forward pairing, and it goes through. Mitchell Hodges slings it back right away to Truex, but Truex unable to get a piece of the puck, and the Broncos will end up icing it. Lumberjacks will get an offensive zone face-off. Truex wins the faceoff to Jupia. He'll yank one around the boards. Finds the stick of Pinsky. And he'll dump one in. Jones skates into the referee. Unfortunate break there for Boise State. Pinsky decides not to go after the puck. Lumberjacks on the offensive. They're in the zone. Hodges sticking in the way of that shot from Kiefer. Ayers out of the net to stop the dump. Ames sauces one. Too hard for Jones. The captain, Jordan Nolan of the Lumberjacks, skating with it now. Quick pass, tape to tape. NAU manages to get it in the zone, but Kyler Ayers yet again there to stop that momentum. Broman picks it up, but Benson offsides. Boise State will have to bring it back. It was the turnover by Nicholas Ligaki that gave Broman that opportunity, but Benson on the forecheck caught offsides. Lumberjacks win the draw to Ligaki. Now over to Jacob Beck, who gives it away in his defensive zone. Benson barely manages to keep it in, but then ends up losing it. That puck turned over. Here comes Fedrea. Fedrea backhands one on the net. Too soft for any rebound, and Christian Ross smothers it with 14-17 left here in period number 1.
That was a nice quick transition there from the Broncos. Lumberjacks turned the puck over high in their offensive zone. Boise State was able to create a scoring opportunity off the rush.
That face-off ends up leaving the zone. Let the Broncos chip it right back in. Thorson taken down to the ice by number 31 of the Boise State Broncos, Kendall Olson. Lumberjacks managed to pass it out of the zone. As they look to enter the offensive zone, they get the puck in deep, but Stinson there to slap it out to center. Will be corralled by Thorson and then dumped in. Ayers, a bit of a slip there as he came out to play it behind his net. Binniger now for Boise State, now to Olson. Olson loses it, and we've got a whistle.
Looks like we got another Boise State power play here as number 27, Bushy, goes into the box for NAU.
Malachi Bushy in the box, 2 minutes. Stuck out the knee and made some contact, so Boise State 13:33 left here in the period, and they'll go to the power play for a second time in less than 7 minutes. Benson moves to Pinsky. Pinsky slides one to Truex. Truex makes the move in the corner, loses it, but Pinsky there to recover. Slung across the ice to Jones. Jones' shot goes wide. Pinsky waiting, skating. Pinsky moving to Truex. Truex behind the net, around the net, circling. Truex loses it off his skate, and then it's chipped out and pushed ahead to center. Benson turns with it. Benson has Pinsky, finds him. Pinsky collecting, gets a shot off, but that one blocked by Jacob Beck. Pinsky still with it, gets a shot on net. It's in the chest, and nearly lost there by Christian Ross, but he managed to get it in between the pads for a whistle.
Just like their prior two opponents, the NAU forecheck on their penalty kill is very aggressive, so Broncos have to watch out for that.
Thorson wins possession of the puck, moves it over to his defense part of that one's flipped out. Boise State gave up a few breakaways last night, really just a few hours ago. When you look at the grand scheme of things, on the power play, Pinsky there rifles a shot, but that one going wide. He had a lot of interference with two NAU defensemen. Pinsky moves to Dietz. Dietz across to Pullen. Pullen blue line back to Pinsky in the circle. Great passing play by the Broncos, and it's a kick save from Ross, and then puck goes back to Pullen, who has to skate it out to center as it crossed over the line out of the zone. Great passing from Pinsky to find Jones on the far side, but Jones wasn't ready for the one-timer. Pinsky still out there. He finds a pass to Broman, who was offsides as it kicked off his skate and went skittering away to center. 20 seconds left on the Boise State power play with 11:53 remaining in the first period. That went to center, where it is collected by Benson. Drug back now to Jupia. Jupia looking to enter the zone. Broman finds a way to do it. Broman can't get it through, as that one sent down to Boise State's defensive zone. Power play is over. Broncos now 0 for 2 on the power play here in the first. Benson with it. That one back to Broman. It's settled and entered into the zone. Hodges gets it for Boise State. Tried to put one on front. Odd man rush here for Northern Arizona. Shot into the chest of Kyler Ayers.
Kyler Ayers hasn't been tested much at the beginning of this game, but he's able to stand tall there on an aggressive 2-on-1 for the Lumberjacks.
It was Jacob Nelson who took the shot for Northern Arizona. Now he'll get his chance in the face-off circle against Kendall Olson. And Boise State will win possession of the puck. Olson fighting for it. Taken away, moved to the backhand. But then active stick of Griffin Ames. Now to center ice to Binniger. He'll shovel one in. Christian Roche will touch it up with the stick as his defender fights for it with Binniger. NAU trying to break out. Bronco forecheck, extremely aggressive. They keep it in the zone still as Stinson goes and lays a hit, finishing his check. Nelson with it behind his net. He's chased down by number 9, Matthew Johnson. Nelson still skating. Nelson moving through center. Nelson into the zone. Drops it off and loses it. Attempt to bat it out of the air. Unsuccessful by Kellen Ireland of the Lumberjacks. And then that one goes down on Ross, who turns it away to the corner. It's back with Nelson, who goes cross ice. Lumberjacks in the zone, trying to feed one out in front. That won't go for them. Thomas Poland skating forward. Defended by Beck. Now Truex trying to turn it and sling it out in front. Jones will get there first for Boise State. He sends it back the way it came to Truex. Truex feeling the wrath of 2 Lumberjacks. Still manages to get the puck to Poland. Arm of the referee high in the sky. Broncos going back to the power play with 9:19 on the clock.
Yeah, Truex taking a beating there. Pinsky ended up getting a cross check to the back, drawing the penalty, ultimately putting the Broncos back on the power play for a big chance to break the ice here in this game.
The third power play opportunity in this first period for Boise State. It comes with 9:17 on the clock. In the box, it's number 10, Cole Tiedemann. Puck with Jones. Down to the point with Benson. Benson moves to Pinsky on the right side. Now back to Benson. High slot. Benson. Shot. Tripped up a little bit. Pinsky recovers. Sends it over to Jones. Jones back to Pinsky. Pinsky moves to Benson. Benson looking cross ice. Finds Pinsky instead. Traffic in front. Deflected in front of the net by Griffin Ames. And the Broncos score on the man advantage to take a 1-0 lead.
And that's why they have the big man, Griffin Ames, sitting out front during the power play. Gets in front of the goalie's eyes, is able to redirect the puck. And now it's 1-0 for the Broncos with just under 9 minutes left in the first period.
So Pinsky wrist shot from the point. Credit him and Jones with the assist there. But it was the man in front, as you mentioned, Mitch, Griffin Ames, who's rewarded with the goal. And with that goal, it's now the first time the Broncos have led in the past 2 days. Broman collects, but doesn't manage to settle it. Great shot block by Mitchell Hodges as it went off his knee and away into the corner. Broman moves to Jupia, but it looks like it's Boise State who has taken a high stick, it looks like, to stop the play.
Hand pass there.
Hand pass.
They changed the rules, so you cannot do a hand pass in your own defensive zone anymore.
Offensive zone face-off for the Lumberjacks. They win it. Goes to the right point. Shot again, blocked by Mitchell Hodges. His second of his shift out here on the ice. Benson moves it to Stinson. Intercepted by NAU, and they'll yank it into the zone, but they'll yank it too hard into the zone. It'll go past the stick of Ian Acuna, and Boise State will take it down in their offensive zone on the icing call with 7:51 left. Face-off won by Boise State. Stinson. Point shot. Binniger tried to get a stick on it, but Ross covered it up. 7:45 left. Broncos on top by a goal after the power play goal from Griffin Ames just 2 minutes ago. Thorson moving it. Broncos block it at the line with Stinson, but it exits the zone. They're forced to dump it back in. Thorson. That one a backhand shovel out to center and into the Boise State zone, where the foot race is won by the Lumberjacks. It's tipped out in front, rebound, shot off of Ayers. Deflects off the glove and in to the net. Great job by the Lumberjacks to get the puck out in front. It's the goal scorer, number 20, Nick Pizzi, for NAU. And Boise State leads only for 2 minutes before relinquishing back to a tie.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for the Broncos. A couple bad bounces. Ends up high in the slot with no one around for the NAU Lumberjacks. And with traffic in front, that's a tough stop for Kyler Ayers to make.
Certainly wouldn't expect him to make the save as he turns that one aside off the pad. NAU back behind the net. It's with Thorson now at the left point. They give it up, try to make a shot through, blocked by Johnson. Chipped up off the glass, and it goes out. We're calling it a deflection. So Griffin Ames will not head to the box for delay of game. Referee on top of that one saw it go off the stick. And Mitch, going back to that last goal for NAU, certainly not a save that you would expect Kyler Ayers to make in that position, but the fact that he even managed to get a piece of it, a great job by him.
Yeah, that's impressive in itself. He's a fighter in net. There's not much that he doesn't get at least a piece of. So that's just an unfortunate break for the Broncos.
Broncos had a few unfortunate bounces in yesterday's 5-1 game. Of course, University of Mary also had their opportunities to score a lot more as that shot misses the net from the Lumberjacks, and then it goes careening past the captain, Jordan Nolan, who collects. Caught by Griffin Ames in the mitt, and he finds Pinsky at the edge of the Bronco offensive zone. Pinsky enters the zone, leaves a pass for Truex. Truex slides to sling one in front. That one blocked and doesn't make it all the way through. Bronco body and Lumberjack body. Again, the referee gets in the way as Brendan Jester had an opportunity to skate that puck in the zone. Jones, Pinsky, face-off dot, shot blocked. Broncos finding it hard to get pucks to the net at the moment. Truex tries to chip one for Jones. Lumberjacks take it away. Active stick of Japia blocks it away, and then the pad of Kyler Ayers makes the save. Kyler Murray not playing in this game. He'll be playing later today for the Arizona Cardinals. It is Sunday, folks. Excuse me. Shot into the chest of Kyler Ayers, and he makes the save with 5:32 on the clock. This game tied at 1.
Not too many superstars named Kyler, so I can understand getting them mixed up.
Did so good all weekend until that one. Sunday, there's football going to be happening. Of course, we're playing hockey here today. And that dump attempt blocked. Never made it into the zone. Pullen skate and then the stick of Dietz. And Pullen gets it back on the tape. He'll rifle one to Benson. Benson bumped out the puck, but not before he gets it to Fedrea. Fedrea sauces one to Broman. Broman's in the zone, chips it down low. Fedrea not there in time. Pullen keeps it in at the blue line. He'll send one up front off the mask of Christian Ross. And then Broman sends one out. Fedrea couldn't get to it. Fedrea pinned up against the boards as the Lumberjacks take control. That one caroms off the glass and out into the Broncos zone, where Pullen will turn back and move it over to Dietz. Valerie Dietz moves it to Caleb Stinson. Stinson dispossessed of the puck. It's number 17, Demetrius Johnson. He finds a way to get it in. Johnson out in front, poked away by Ayers. Backhand shovel shot won't go. Up in the air in front of the net. Kyler Ayers knocked down out of the sky by NAU. Not a high stick, will play on. Lumberjacks fighting for possession behind the cage. They get it, send it out to the point. Shot off the stick of Stinson. Goes back down where Lumberjacks will still have a chance. NAU sustaining offensive pressure here. It's right point once again. Moved over to left point with Beck. Back shot. Kick save from Kyler Ayers. And here comes Boise State. Stinson alone on the rush. He'll take a shot as Ross catches, covers, whistle. 3:51 remaining in period number 1.
Puck bouncing around the Bronco net there. Pretty lucky that nothing was too difficult for Kyler Ayers to save, ultimately keeping the puck out of the net, and now it's in the Bronco offensive zone.
Stinson feathers one out in front. Binniger manages to get a lot of his stick on that one and gets it away into the corner. Here comes Thorson for Northern Arizona. He'll play a pass up to his forward. Nifty dangles there. Backhand shot again. Toe save by Ayers, who's been forced to flex the pads a few times here recently to keep the puck out of the net. That one goes as far as Johnson, who sends it back in. Binniger was offside, so Boise State had to wait. Binniger now off. He went for a change. Skated by NAU. They find a breakout pass to number 18, Jacob Nelson. Nelson protecting the puck, but he's muscled off it by Ames. Arm of the referee is up. We're getting a penalty. The question is, who is it on and what team is it on? 23 blue. So that'll be Griffin Ames of the Boise State Broncos. He's heading to the box. Mitch, did you catch the signal there on?
Yeah, it looked like it was holding. I think that was a good call. Griffin had both his hands grabbing onto the NAU forward as he was streaking down the wall there. So ultimately a good call, but unfortunate break for the Broncos as they are now down a man, tied with just under 3 minutes now left in the first period.
2:45 left in the first as Mitch cycled through all the periods there. It is the first period still.
Like we said, early Sunday morning.
Early Sunday morning indeed. A 9 a.m. puck drop. And the Broncos played at 7 p.m. last night. Northern Arizona played at noon yesterday at Idaho Ice World. So very different turnarounds for these two teams. Broncos on less than 10 hours. Yesterday's game ended around 10 p.m. Nice move by Thorson to enter the zone, but the puck was poked off his stick. Boise State has managed to waste a minute of this power play so far as Pinsky gets one to Truex, and Truex dumps it in. 55 seconds exactly on NAU's power play. They've yet to enter the zone after the initial face-off for the power play. It's Jester. He feeds one over to Nelson. Nelson long pass. It's back with Jester. Jester chips it over to Nelson again. It's a two-man show at the moment. Finally a third gets involved. It's the captain, Nelson, who takes a shot. Rebound comes out, and it's fanned on.
Good job by the Boise State D to get in the shooting lane and not let the puck get through to Kyler Ayers.
Boise State blocked the shot, and then Jeremy Mills in the right face-off circle had the opportunity, but he simply just waved at the puck. That one in front, blocked by a teammate. Backhand diving attempt by Jester. Nelson keeps it in the zone. Nelson lines one up, thinks better of it, moves it over to the face-off circle, gets it right back. That one in front. Lots of traffic. Ayers didn't see it cleanly, but it missed the net. Jester dumps one down to number 23, Alex Shoup. Penalty about to expire, and it has expired. Broncos kill it off. We're back to even strength. Ayers flashes the pad. Griffin Ames out of the box and instantly involved in some action on the half boards. Christian Ross wanted icing, did not get it. 38 seconds left in period number 1. NAU skating the puck through the neutral zone. They turn it over, and it's with Olsen of Boise State. Olsen finds one, but well high. Ross even reached the glove for it and couldn't get it. Shoveled in by Jupia. Binniger. That one didn't make it through. Thrown out in front on the doorstep for Stinson, who couldn't get a stick on it. And it goes harmlessly through the crease. Ayers again has to flash the pad. And then that one slapped along as it jumped up onto the glass. With 4 seconds left, NAU skates it back into their zone. They'll flick it up the ice. The buzzer will go, and period 1 will end. So after 1, tied at 1. Boise State Broncos 1, Northern Arizona Lumberjacks 1. We'll be back. We'll switch the sides for period number 2. The ice will get cleaned, and we will see you in 15 minutes. You're watching Boise State Club Hockey on YouTube. We're back at CenturyLink Arena, period number 2, about to get underway. And during intermission number 1, had a chance to chat with Michael Carranza. Sounds like not a healthy scratch, but indeed some sort of lingering issue for him that is keeping him off the ice today against Northern Arizona. And that's why you see number 19 out there on the ice right now, moving into the faceoff circle. Dustin Truex has taken his spot as the first line center. 20 minutes on the clock. Period number 2 underway here in Boise as the Lumberjacks win the faceoff and establish possession before sending it down into the Broncos zone. Pinsky with it now, skating through center for Boise State, tries to feed a pass through, and then ends up slapping it into the zone where it goes around the boards very quickly, and it leads to a rush for the Lumberjacks. Ayers blocker save, falls down in front. Truex manages to sweep it away from his goalkeeper. Here in period number 2, 19:25 on the clock. Both teams, the benches very far away as Pinsky gets one on net, sticked away by Ross. Yesterday we saw the Broncos with some bad defensive changes that led to a few breakaways for the University of Mary in period number 2. That one flipped up over the glass and catches the photographer in the leg. 57 seconds gone by in the second. It's still tied 1-1. Griffin Ames opened the scoring on the power play for Boise State. And then it was Nick Pizzi who tied things up for the Lumberjacks. Boise State wins the faceoff to Poland. Poland sends it down, stopped by the stick of Ross, and then shuffled into the corner. Lumberjacks managed to skate it out, but only past the line before Austin Fedrea takes it away. Broman claps one in, and then lays a check on Dane Austin behind the net. Poland tries to get one through. It's an odd man rush somewhat for the Lumberjacks, but the puck not able to be corralled by number 18, Jacob Nelson. NAU trying to work it on the half boards. Thomas Poland takes it away. Thomas Poland now pinned to the boards, slides out in front. Ayers sticks it back behind the net. Lumberjacks gather. Right point. Just barely off the stick of Poland, keeping it away from Ayers. Kendall Olson sends one out. It goes off a stick of a Lumberjack, Jeremy Mills. They rifle it forward. It's chopped at up over the glass and out of play where a fan makes the catch. Neutral zone face-off. Far side. Outside of the Bronco defensive area. And Kendall Olson, who went to the bench, forced to come back on. Opposing him on the draw, Vinegar now asked to come in. And none of it matters because the draw is won by Ian Acuna of NAU. Hodges dispossessed. That pass angled down to the point. Skating with it. And hitting a stick is Jacob Beck. Here comes Caleb Stinson of Boise State. Stinson moves at the blue line. It was an offsides play. Alexander tries to send one in. Travis Alexander. Referee arm up. Boise State not able to get the puck or keep possession of the puck. Ian Acuna goes into the box for the Lumberjacks. It'll be a 2-minute minor for Acuna, and Boise State back on the power play.
Another big opportunity here for Boise State to break this tie. 17 minutes left here in the second period. And they're going to be looking for Ames in front of the net one more time.
For now with Benson. Benson over to Pinsky, far side. Back to Benson. Raises for a slap shot, then puts the stick back down this time. Thinks about a one-timer, then wrists it on net. It got through, and it was kicked off the pad of Ross. Jones bodied into the boards, but Griffin Ames gets the puck. Griffin Ames has it behind the net. He's working to get it out, finds his way to Pinsky. Pinsky, high slot, wrister. No, won't go. Jones back down to Ames. Ames stick lifted by the captain. But Truex comes through and slides the puck away. Jones in trouble on the point and loses possession. Lumberjacks skate it. Long change for both teams, so here on the power play, Lumberjacks need to make sure they dump that puck. Here comes Jones. Dangles one to Pinsky. Pinsky feeds one in front to Ames. Ames trying to get it through, does get it through, but it misses the net. Truex. Benson. Benson fakes a pass, fakes a slap shot. Wrists one off a stick. Collected by Broman. Broman back to Benson. 49 seconds on the power play. Over to right point, Pinsky. He's at the blue line. He tries to chip one through. That won't go. Truex collects it on the half boards. Truex circling back. Truex skates it down to Pinsky. Passes along. Pinsky moves to the middle. Middle shot. Deflection once again. A rebound is free. Ames diving for it. Cannot get there. There's 30 seconds left on the Bronco power play as Benson keeps it in at the blue line. Passes one out in front. Truex and Ames both there. Neither stick connects with the puck. It's out to center with Benson. 20 seconds on the power play. 15:25. Benson skates it in the zone. Sends one through. Pad save from Ross. Flung out to center ice where there's an NAU Lumberjack waiting for it. It's one-on-one with Ayers. Ayers makes the save on the breakaway yet again. It was Jacob Nelson who went to the backhand. And Ayers stands tall on a horrendous mistake by the Broncos to give away a free breakaway. Broman slaps one off the boards. Fedrea back to Broman. Broman sends one to Benson. Benson can't get to it. It's yanked out by the Lumberjacks. They make some tic-tac passings. It's yet another breakaway for NAU, and Kyler Ayers comes up, but a penalty on Boise State. That shot rifles off the boards and hits the glass and comes back. Are we going to have a penalty shot? No. Just a power play, as Boise State gives up back-to-back breakaways on a power play.
Yeah, that's not something that you want to see on your power play. Bad positioning by Boise State, but ultimately Kyler Ayers comes up big with the save and bails them out. Now we're going to get some 4-on-4 action here. Oh, nope. NAU penalty is over, so we just have a penalty kill for the Broncos coming up.
Boise State 1 for 4 on the power play tonight, or this morning, excuse me. NAU, this is their third opportunity, and it's with Thorson. Thorson to Beck. Beck moves it up. Now it's on the half boards. NAU cycling the puck. They look for a shot. It's blocked away by Binniger. It was Ian Acuna who drew the penalty for NAU. Barely kept in at the line there by number 24, Nicholas Lagaki. Thorson. Back to Lagaki. Jones skating without a stick for Boise State at the moment. And his stick manages to make a play there as it tripped up the skates of Thorson. Blocked again by Binniger, but kept in by Naglicki. Moved down, tried to shuffle one in front. Couldn't do it. Picked up, shot goes in. Kyler Ayers yet again, kick save. It goes out into the corner where it's fought for. 1 minute left on the power play. Valerie Dietz gets the puck for Boise State. Here comes Thorson. Dimitri Thorson gets it, chips it back down below the Boise State cage. Kellen Ireland out there. He wins the puck for for NAU. And he's struggling to get to the bench. Struggling to get on sides. He ends up being off sides. He's hanging over the Lumberjack bench. He looks like he is in a lot of pain on that left ankle.
Looked like he and Tommy Poland got tangled up behind the net there. I didn't see exactly what happened, but Kellen Ireland in some pain now for the Lumberjacks.
See how that affects Lumberjack lines with 13:07 left on the clock. That one banked ahead to Jester, who never got to it. Nolan, the captain, has to turn back. He's taken down by Truex. Truex trying to get it into the zone for Boise State. It's onside. Fedrea touches it as well, but Broncos not able to gather the puck. That one also onside as Nolan was able to get it in. Here comes Truex. Truex has a chance. He's one of the fastest skaters. He gets there backhand. He's tripped up. Absolutely a penalty as he goes crashing into the boards. He's in some pain as well. Boise State back to even strength, but not until Truex gets off the ice, as he is visibly shaken up after being tripped and going sliding into the boards.
That was a nice aggressive play by Dustin Truex there, being able to draw that penalty. Unfortunately, he did go pretty hard into the boards. Looked like he's going to maybe see the Boise State trainer now, but that's two breakaways now where a penalty shot could have been called, and the refs deciding against it and instead putting NAU player number 20, is it 12? Tucker Honing in the box.
Jeremy Mills is in the box for NAU, but on the board it's listed as number 11, Brandon Jester. Benson slap shot. That won't make it through. Flung out off the boards, but does not exit the zone. Benson keeps it in, chips it to Jones. Jones can't get there. It skitters out in front, and it ends up at Pinsky on the far side point. Jones, face-off circle. Active stick there by Ian Acuna, takes it away. And it's a 2-on-2. Acuna goes for the shot. Kyler Ayers again with the save, as Pinsky skates it forward. A straight line into the zone, and he rifles one that hit the crossbar somehow, and it went off into the mesh out of play. Pinsky nearly got a goal there from no angle. There's 1:16 left on the Boise State power play, 11:36 left in period number 2. Jordan Nolan slings it through. It's chopped out of the air by number 12, Tucker Honing. Broncos back on the attack with Valerie Dietz. Throws one off the boards to Pinsky. Caleb Stinson now finds it on the other side of the net. He lifts one up into the air. That is put down. Great job by Dietz using the skates to keep that puck in as he pinched it along the boards. Mitchell Hodges tries to keep it in. He can't do it. Kyler Ayers plays it and gives it to Thomas Pullen as the Broncos ready for this final attack with 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Looks like they're waiting for Olsen to come down. Olsen does come down, and they're ready to go. The breakout pass is to Fedrea, who touches it but can't collect it. He does win the foot race, and Binniger taps it out to Olsen, but only goes as far as the stick of Jordan Nolan, who manages to get it to the boards. And the Bronco power play expires. We said that both teams certainly had a case for penalty shots. Neither team gets a penalty shot. Both get power plays, and neither of them score on said power plays. A logjam in the corner. It's Binniger, Fitzgerald, Nolan. Nolan ends up with it. Banked ahead and out of the reach of Alex Shoup. Jupia onside. Jupia shoots one off the pads. Out in front for Boise State. Hodges tried to get there. That one blocked away again. Matthew Johnson trying to take some shots. Alexander tried to force one through there as well. It wouldn't go. Fitzgerald can't get it. 3-on-2. One Boise State back checker, and it's the Boise State back checker, Travis Alexander, who ends up breaking up the rush for the Lumberjacks. Delayed penalty yet again as Nolan skates it through, one-handed, backhanded on the net, and touched over on the near side by Garrett Fitzgerald. Lumberjacks are going back to the power play with 9:05 left in period number 2. Mitchell Hodges, the penalty taker, and he'll spend 2 minutes in the box for his misaction. It's with number 4, Jordan Nolan. Nolan tries to get a shot through. Jones blocks it away and then chips it down. Brandon Benson skating after it. Beats Nolan in the race to the puck, and then he goes crashing down. But the puck's still under him. Finally, the Lumberjacks work it out. Benson again goes down. Crashes behind the net. And we're going to have a penalty.
Fantastic hustle by Brandon Benson there. Ends up breaking his stick on the play. But dislodges the net there for the Lumberjacks and disrupts their attack.
Indeed, not a penalty, but instead a dislodged net. Benson, for his hustle, only thing he's rewarded with is a broken twig. Here comes Nelson for NAU. Moving through the neutral zone, stripped of the puck by Ames, but wins it back. Here come the Lumberjacks. 1 minute remaining on their power play. Nelson saucers it off the boards to the far side. Shot blocked by the stick of Benson. NAU sets up an overload on the far side. Now back to the point to Nelson. Moves it over. Gets it back. Nelson fires one. It comes off to the far side. And it was Jacob Nelson who had an attempt to shoot it. It's Jordan Nolan with the puck. Nolan moves it forward. Lumberjacks enter the zone. Alex Shoup moves one down to Jeremy Mills. Back to Shoup. Griffin Ames chasing after the puck. Nolan. Nelson. 5 seconds left on the Bronco power play. Excuse me, the Lumberjack power play, and it's in the glove of Kyler Ayers, and he covers with 7:20 on the clock.
Kyler Ayers standing tall for the Broncos here on this penalty kill. Only 4 seconds left as Mitchell Hodges is going to come out of the box.
The time has expired. Hodges remaining in the box. Broncos still skating 5-on-4. And now Hodges comes out of the box. So back to even strength. It's with Kellen Ireland, who, as we mentioned, picked up an ankle injury earlier, but he's back out on the ice. Good to see that he's okay. That one blocked in front. The chest of Poland, keeping it from reaching Ayers. Binniger skates it through. Binniger shoots. Misses the net. Had an opportunity to try to shoot short side there. Binniger will try to go regather against Thorson. Chipped in, Pizzi chasing it with Stinson. Ends up with the Lumberjacks. Malachi Bushy can't get it out of the zone. Japia hits the stick of Binniger, And Dietz has to rifle it in. It's going to be, no, it is not an icing. And it has to be played by Christian Ross, the Lumberjack goalkeeper. Fitzgerald can't keep it in. 2-on-2. Now 3-on-2 here for the Lumberjacks. But again, the back check for Boise State comes through. It's Garrett Fitzgerald. Dumped into the zone by number 49, Mason Hewitt. Covered by Ross. We get a whistle. And a Lumberjack went hard into the boards with 5:50 remaining in period number 2. Number 2, Jacob Beck, the one who went crashing down. It's a scoreless second so far, still tied at 1-1. Neither team has scored since period number 1. Benson wins the draw to Jones. Jones hugged along the boards. 2 Broncos pinned to the boards. It's Jones and Pinsky. Can't see the Lumberjacks holding them in. It looks like it's Jeremy Mills and number 17, Demetrius Johnson. Jones finally managed to wrestle his way free, but the puck is still stuck in there. Brandon Benson comes away with it. He tries to make some stick handling moves, can't do it, but ends up with Pinsky in the corner. Pinsky shoved into the boards, trying to find a way to move the puck to one of his teammates. But instead, the Lumberjacks strip him of the puck and move to center. Skated into the zone by NAU. Had a backdoor pass to Beck, who was crashing the net at the back post. Here comes Demetrius Johnson. He slips and goes down. Benson corrals the puck for Boise State. Feeds it over to Pinsky. Pinsky shoots! Misses the net. He had the corner, but he couldn't pick it. It was open for him. Fedrea pinned up, loses the puck. Benson gets it, chips it off of Fedrea. Fedrea's high slot. Can't get a wrister. He gets sticked in the face, it looks like. But no call for a high stick. As Kyle Meyer gets battered to the ground, Pinsky calmly moves over and lifts the puck up into the air as he'll go for a change. Airs out of his net to stop the puck. But Kyle Meyer not the first to get there. It was number 9 of the Lumberjacks, Kellen Ireland, who was there first. NAU skating it by the face-off dots. But here comes Stinson for Boise State. That one speared into the zone. Broman doesn't come off for him. And the Lumberjacks end up icing the puck. 16-15 has passed in period number 2. Neither team able to find the back of the net so far in the second. Benson wins another draw. Boise State keeps it in with Dietz. Dietz, weak shot on the net. There's a rebound for Boise State. The opportunity shot wide by Binniger. Olsen throws one out to Alexander, who couldn't get his stick on it.
That was some good passing, unfortunately. Kendall Olsen unable to handle the puck and get the shot away cleanly. But good play by Boise State to be able to move around the Lumberjack zone and find each other.
Attempted deke at the blue line. Doesn't come off for Jeremy Mills. He loses his stick as well. But the puck with Boise State. Ireland slaps it towards the lineman and the NAU bench, where it goes down into the tunnel leading back to the locker rooms with exactly 3 minutes left here in the second. Broman, Jones, Pinsky, the forward line on the ice for Boise State. Jester, Shoup, and Reese Kiefer, the forwards for Northern Arizona at the moment. It's Justin Jones. He moves it to Jupia. whose pass is picked off. That one angled forward, finds its way to Kiefer, skating through his shoot. Fantastic poke check, high slot shot opportunity. Broman gets the body on it, and then Ayers snags it with the glove for a face-off.
Fourth game of the weekend for both teams. It's pretty noticeable now as both teams are starting to slow down in pace. Skating starting to get a little more sluggish, and passes are not as crisp.
The first period was possibly the strongest period Boise State has had since Thursday's game against Williston State first period. Other than that, they've looked a bit tired, a bit lethargic at times here in the Bronco showcase. And here in game 4, fatigue's certainly a big factor.
Nice hit there by Austin Fedrea, putting down number 16 for the Lumberjacks, Dimitri Thorson.
Benson through center ice. Here he comes. He'll get jammed into the boards, but he gets the puck in deep. Fedrea going for it, doesn't get there. Binniger instead for Boise State with it. Dakota Binniger couldn't get off the glass to go get the puck. D to D for NAU, and then slung forward. Lots of pace, not a lot of accuracy. Icing the call. And we've got 1 minute and 24 seconds remaining in the second period. Thorson behind his own net. Pass over to his deep partner, Nick Pizzi. He's got a goal in this game. As that one rolls all the way around the net and out to center, back to Pizzi, who dumped it in originally. He'll get it right back from Ligaki. And play one forward to Acuna, stripped of the puck. Kendall Olson shoots, bar down, it never crossed the line, it's slapped out. Kendall Olson trying to put on a snipe show. He went bar down, but he couldn't find the way to make it cross the line. Oh, what a shot it was from him.
That was an unbelievable shot there by Kendall Olson. Unfortunately, it did not end up crossing the line, but definitely beat the goalie.
Tucker Honing checked into the board by Griffin Ames, but he'll get the puck right back. NAU turns it over, poked out, but not out of the zone. Poland tries to chip it. Not enough mustard on that one. Ames drops it back. Poland wasn't expecting it. Ames to the ice. He gets dumped by number 27, Malachi Bushy. And time has expired here in period number 2. Broncos centimeters away from leading this game 2-1. But Kendall Olson's shot did not cross the goal line. Fantastic call by the referee on that one. And it remains tied 1-1. 1 period remaining here from CenturyLink Arena. Broncos Lumberjacks tied at 1. You're watching Boise State Club Hockey on YouTube. Both teams back on the ice here at CenturyLink Arena, and both looking for that tie-breaking goal. But it'll be the Broncos with the opportunity to get it first as they're on a power play. At the end of the second period, it was reported that Malachi Bushy took a boarding penalty just at the last second, and the NAU coaches remained out here on the ice for quite some time. They were furious with the call, and they were giving both referees and linesmen an earful about the penalty that was awarded to Boise State. So Broncos on the power play for another minute and 30 seconds. Already 30 seconds gone. Boise State has not established their power play yet. On the night, or in this game in the morning, they are 1 for 5 on the power play as Benson nearly lost it there. Does lose it, finally manages to get it out, but it's taken away by Thorson, chipped by Ames, and that puck is spinning on its side. Finally banked down the boards to Broman. Broncos offsides. They regroup. Ross stops it behind the net for Thorson. Thorson lifts one out to center. That one knocked down there by Pullen, who angles one ahead for Broman. Broman slings one forward for Pinsky. Pinsky can't get to it. It's knocked out by Nolan. It's kept in by Broman just barely, as Hodges has it now at center ice, drops it back to Pullen. 40 seconds on the Bronco power play. They are yet to enter the zone. Broman brings it into the zone. Pinsky has it. Pinsky off a stick and up into the mesh. Jordan Nolan, the one in the way there.
Not the start to the period that the Broncos were looking for here, coming off on a power play. Hopefully, with this face-off in the zone, they can start to sustain some offensive pressure.
It'll be Brandon Benson taking the draw for Boise State. No, it will not, actually, as he'll skate over to the right wing. It'll be Matthew Johnson instead. Boise State hoping he can win a draw, and he does. He wins it to Benson. Now Pullen, right point. Wrist shot in front. Traffic blocks it away. Ross never saw it come in. There were a lot of bodies in front of the net. 20 seconds on the Bronco power play. 18-18 on the clock here in period number 3. Pullen.
Something to notice here is that Dustin Truex did not come back out of the locker room for the Boise State Broncos. He sustained an injury during the second period when he went into the boards hard after his breakaway.
Back to even strength as the Broncos unable to convert on yet another power play. Their lone goal in this game did come off the power play, but since then they've had 3 opportunities and have not been able to get a puck past Christian Ross. Neither team able to sneak a puck past a goaltender since the first period. That one blocked. Poland tried to make a pass across the ice to Hodges. The Lumberjacks chop it in. Benson slides one. Johnson skating. He's got Stinson to his left. He'll flip a weak puck into the corner. Stinson will go chasing after it, but Kellen Ireland will recover for the Lumberjacks. He doesn't get it out. Kendall Olson tried to get there. Kendall Olson had a wicked wrister go bar down and stay out with about 30 seconds left in period number 2. That could have broken our tie. Olson plays one to Binniger. Binniger forced to poke it ahead. He was ahead of center ice, so no icing. Should say the center line. Stretch pass. Fantastic breakaway opportunity here for Ireland. And he's stoned again. Kyler Ayers sticks out a leg. Reese Kiefer on the doorstep, denied. That one up in the air. Ayers lost it, recovered, and covered. 16-24 as Ayers improves to 3 saves now on 3 breakaways.
That's a great save there by Kyle Ayers. That really keeps the Broncos in this game here as he stands tall and is able to stuff NAU on the breakaway.
5 breakaways given up by Boise State in 2 games now. Ayers has yet to allow a goal on any of those 5.
That's pretty incredible.
Lumberjacks jam it down by the pad of Ayers, but it stays out. And we'll get a face-off with 16:09 remaining. Kyler Ayers has been outstanding. He has stood on his head for most of the Bronco showcase. He did not play on Friday night. They gave the start to Ryan Simpson, the freshman, in the 3-2 loss to Metropolitan State University. Since then, Ayers tended the pipes last night and has tended them today as Pinsky makes a fantastic flip up to the stick of Jones. And then Broman had it taken away. Here comes Jordan Nolan, Lumberjacks captain. He makes a move at the blue line to get past Hodges and gets the puck in. He's still skating with it in the corner on the near side. Tries to feather one through. It won't go. Kiefer, who was denied by Ayers just a few moments ago, has his shot blocked by Jones. He'll make a slap pass forward. Lumberjacks, great shooting opportunity. And again, Ayers slides over and covers the near post. Kyler Ayers asked to do a lot here in the first 5 minutes of period number 3. Lumberjacks have it. Acuna drops it behind him. It's Bushy. Bushy moves it to the blue line. It's blocked by the stick of Poland. Slap shot. Clapped in, but over everything. Sticked up and out as Lumberjacks knife it into the zone. Now they recover. Try to chip it past Johnson. It will not go past as he blocks it off. No, Poland. Forward and chased down by Dimitri Thorson. Thorson. A couple of quick cuts and then shuffles it over to the far side. He gets it back. One-on-one opportunity here for the Lumberjacks. Puck struggling to be gathered and lost. Kyle Myers sends it out a little bit. Tries to kick it. Does number 12, Tucker Honing. But it doesn't come off for him. Vinegar trying to regroup there. Move at the blue line made and sends the Lumberjacks offside. Nicholas Ligaki stopped up just a bit before dumping the puck in, and his two teammates over on the right side of the ice cross the line. Puck behind the net. Ames dispossessed. Lumberjacks out in front, 5-hole shot! And the Lumberjacks score. They break the tie. Yeah, Kyler Ayers had been so good, but they're unable to close the pads in time. And Cole Tiedemann squeaks one through the 5-hole with 6 minutes and 15 seconds gone in period number 3. And the Lumberjacks are now on top.
Lumberjacks have definitely been controlling the play here in the first part of this third period. Boise State's going to need to step it up if they want to have a chance to win this game.
That one rifled around, ends up on the stick of Jones. He leaves it for Hodges. Hodges slaps it in. Goes behind the net, comes out now to Jupia. Jupia fans on the pass. 3-on-2 for the Lumberjacks. Wrist shot taken off the glass over everything. Boise State here in desperation mode as they trail in yet another game in the Bronco showcase. Lumberjacks skating through, thrown on net. Ayers turns it away into the corner. Pinsky has it. Pinsky cross ice too far for Jones as it banks down and is recovered by Jacob Beck, who yanks it across the ice as it goes skittering behind the net over to the stick of Thomas Pullen for an icing with 7 minutes gone by in the final period here at CenturyLink Arena. Behind the net, Benson. Benson out in front on the doorstep to Fedrea. Fedrea couldn't handle the pass. Lumberjacks trying to skate it in. Demetrius Johnson poked it, but his poke was in the direction of Kyler Ayers. Brandon Benson. Benson in the zone. Stops up, finds a pass to Johnson. Johnson to the net. Fedrea lost his stick. He wasn't able to get there. Fedrea skating at center ice. He'll lift one in. It finds the right leg of Christian Ross. Now over to Nolan. Nolan goes around Binniger. Nolan through center ice. Plays one to Ireland. Dietz going to be the first to reach that puck behind the net. He'll protect it, move it behind the net, then double back. Dangerous move in front of his net, but it pays off for him. It's Binniger now. Banked pass up off the glass to Stinson. Stinson to Olsen. Olsen tries to feather one back through to Stinson. It doesn't come off. Ireland has it poked away from him, and it finds the stick of Stinson, who sends it around the boards. Olsen ties up. Stinson had that puck right there at the face-off circle, but he couldn't gather. Here come the Lumberjacks with speed. Lumberjacks around the net. Off the post, into the net. It's a goal on the wraparound. It was Jacob Nelson who came on the wraparound and flung it off the post. It fell on the rebound to Jeremy Mills. He tucks it in with 11:22 remaining in the third period, and all of a sudden, a tie game at the beginning of this period, and the Broncos on the power play has now become a 2-goal lead for Northern Arizona.
Yeah, that's very tough for the Broncos there. Just a little bit too much time holding on to the puck in the offensive zone. Creates a turnover and leads to the NAU Lumberjacks goal.
Another fantastic opportunity for the Lumberjacks. It was Reese Kiefer. A rebound fell right out to him just in front of the crease, and he shoveled it up into the chest of Kyler Ayers, who managed to get a glove on it. Kyler Ayers, last night and now this morning, really not getting much help from his defense. Here's a breakaway for Eric Pinsky. Pinsky moving in, shoots! Stonewalled by the chest of Christian Ross as Jones is dropped to the ice. Pinsky skates back to center ice, knowing he missed a golden opportunity to get the Broncos within one. And we're going to have coincidentals. Dimitri Thorson and Justin Jones got into it at the end of that play as Thorson dumped Jones. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes.
Golden opportunity there for Eric Pinsky. Ends up putting it into the leg of Christian Ross. Still a lot of time left in this third period here for the Broncos to get back in it.
4-on-4 hockey. Of course, the way Pinsky has played in this showcase, you certainly would have expected him to finish that one off. He has 5 goals. He scored one in every game so far. And with 10:45 remaining in this one, he'll be looking to score in this game as well. Onsides by Beck as he waited up. Pinsky out there on the 4-on-4, along with Hodges, Jupina, and Benson. Puck with Benson of Boise State. Slides one to Pinsky, but too far. Beck recovers. Penalty for slashing and roughing assessed on the coincidentals. Slashing penalty on Jones out in front. Northern Arizona. Benson 2-on-1. Gives it up to Pinsky. Pinsky 1-on-1. Pinsky waiting for Benson. Pinsky feeds it to Benson. Benson shoots, misses the net. Yet again, Boise State cannot seem to hit the net when they have opportunities like that one.
Yeah, definitely another key opportunity missed there for Boise State, as Eric Pinsky makes a great feed over to Brandon Benson, who ends up missing the net high.
You couldn't ask for a better dish. Pinsky expecting to pick up an apple there. Fedrea, nifty stick handling, slides it behind the net. Thomas Poland collects it and shovels it back where it came. It's thrown out in front off a skate of Beck. High slot for Fedrea. Fedrea's shot doesn't make it through, or if it did make it through, it was knocked away by the pad. Good job by Christian Ross there to see the shot. Lots of opportunities for the Broncos on the 4-on-4. They need 2 goals to tie this thing back up. Rebound! Kyler Ayers comes up with a big save yet again. He's trying to keep the Broncos in this game. Valerie Dietz through center. Lots of opportunities for both sides on the 4-on-4. Dietz dumps in. Stinson chasing. Nolan for NAU. Pass too far. We're back to 5-on-5 as Acuna loses his stick at center ice. Valerie Dietz pokes it to Stinson. Stinson loses it. Chipped on the boards for Northern Arizona, but they can't manage to keep possession. Now it's with Demetrius Johnson. Johnson waiting, banking. Back around to Ysidro Gravali. Gravali in a stick battle with Dietz. Gravali wins it. Boise State ends up with possession. Fling it out across the boards. Northern Arizona chasing it down. No icing. The captain, Jordan Nolan, behind his net. Number 4, defended by number 4. On the forecheck, Garrett Fitzgerald. Here come the Lumberjacks. Demetrius Johnson enters and is stripped. Broncos trying to turn it around. It's a 3-on-2. Hewitt taps it into the zone. Hewitt gets there, falls, and does not recover the puck. 7:45 left in the second period. Northern Arizona, 2 goals here in the third. They lead it 3-1. Nolan, center ice, pushes one into the zone. Ayers out of the net, stops it up. And Myers dumps Jeremy Mills, who is still down, being held down. Griffin Ames for Boise State entered into the zone, but couldn't get past the body and stick of Jordan Nolan. Tries to just lay it off for Mills. Kellen Ireland has it poked away. Broman trying to rifle one in. He manages to do it. Pinsky going to chase around. Pinsky going to be the first to the puck. Can he establish possession against Dimitri Thorson? The answer is yes. Pinsky, high slot. Pinsky shot on the net. Pad and glove save by Christian Ross, and we'll get a whistle with 6:49 left in the game. For the host, Boise State, they are 6 minutes and 45 seconds away from dropping 3 games here in the tournament that they host. Backhand! Ayers snags it out of the air. Jeremy Mills had an opportunity. Kyler Ayers stops it.
Some great hands on display there for Jeremy Mills, but Kyler Ayers able to come up with a big glove save.
Huge glove save for Ayers as he keeps his team trailing by just 2. It has not been an easy game for him. He has had to come up with big save after big save. Lumberjacks again establish offensive possession. Mills pinned to the boards. Out to Thorson. Good cycle there, but finally Boise State manages to get it with Benson. Benson skating through. Benson stops up, tries the wrist shot, but he doesn't manage to get a stick on the puck. Here come the Lumberjacks. Mills makes it through the check of Poland. Finds a pass out in front on the doorstep. Kyler Ayers can't cover it. Still alive for the Lumberjacks. Flipped up into the air as 2 sticks clatter together. Long pass to Pizzi. Pizzi opened the scoring for Northern Arizona. They've since got 2. Both of them came here in this period. It's on Ayers. Backhand wraparound opportunity goes across the crease. As Beck has it now, Northern Arizona looking dangerous. And they'll get a chance to keep that Bronco line out on the ice as it goes down for an icing with 5:20 left in the game.
Broncos are running out of time here to chip away at Northern Arizona. They have showed flashes of greatness, but Christian Ross standing tall in net for the Lumberjacks.
Broncos running out of time, and certainly seems like they're running out of energy as well, as the skating has been a little bit sluggish for the hosts. And a fantastic cross-crease pass there. It was Jacob Beck who shoveled it across to Reese Kiefer. Again, Kyler Ayers getting no help from his defensive pairing. And Northern Arizona, their 3rd goal of the period. The arena has gone quiet. Energy sucked out of the building as the Bronco Hockey Club simply has no answer here in the 3rd period for the offense that the Lumberjacks have provided.
That shot off the crossbar at the end of the 2nd period looks really big now for Boise State.
What a difference that could have been. They would have been up 2-1 coming into the 3rd period with a power play. But as it is, Broncos had that power play, did not score. Northern Arizona has since then collected 3 goals here in this period to break a 1-1 tie. And all credit to them. Came out of the locker room inspired and hungry. And you can see it is shown off as this arena is completely devoid of any sound other than the action on the ice at the moment. Pinsky in the zone. Pinsky making a move. No, he's looking for his 6th goal of the showcase. Instead, he'll pass and make a change. Broncos will keep possession behind the cage with Brandon Benson. Brandon Benson will bank it and angle it off the boards. That shot gets through the traffic in front of that. Fedrea and Johnson, both opportunities to put sticks on it, but Ross, legs shut together. Ames sends it through. That one hits traffic, hits a pad. It's saved out behind the net. The rebound was in a juicy area. Ames again will fire one on the net. That rebound comes out and it's stuck through the 5-hole. It's Austin Fedrea who gets the goal for Boise State with 3:30 on the clock. Don't look yet, but it's back to a 2-goal game.
Great play by the Bronco offense, just throwing the puck to the net. Opportunities happen when you throw pucks to the net, and the Broncos figured it out there.
Boise State finally getting pucks through some traffic. It was Griffin Ames who took the original shot. It deflected off the pad of Christian Ross, who has his head down in disappointment. But Fedrea picked up that rebound right in front of the goalkeeper. And as Ross was sliding over, Austin Fedrea able to find space between the legs of Ross and stick it home for his 1st goal of the Broncos showcase. Boise State with 3:17 left is still looking for 2 goals. It's Kendall Olson. Kendall Olson enters the zone, turns backwards, and drops it for Binniger. Binniger wins it on the near boards, but then has it taken away by Gravel. Gravel has his stick slapped, and it's pushed by Binniger to a Lumberjack who dumps it in. Kyle Meyer sends one around the boards. Nobody in the blue and orange there to receive it, though. And it'll finally be corralled by Griffin Ames of BSU. He'll flip one forward to Pinsky. Pinsky skates. They'll wave off the icing. Here comes Pinsky around. He's shoved into the boards, keeps his feet. Back to the blue line. Finds a pass out to Broman. Broman will lay it off to Dietz. Dietz, wrister blocked by traffic. Here comes Jones on the half board. Jones pushed by Nolan. It's a scrum along the boards. As the puck tied up. Amassed some skates. Shot by Jones straight out of the corner into the catching glove of Ross. 2:09 left on the board. It's 4-2. Lumberjacks on top of the Broncos here at CenturyLink Arena. The final game on the final day of the Broncos showcase here from Boise, Idaho. Lumberjacks in the zone with Jacob Nelson. Nelson saucers one, looking for Mills. Only finds the stick of Ayers, who pokes it into the corner. Mills gets it. Benson skates it up. Slowly slides it past the boards. It's picked up by Benson. He feathers one out in front to Fedrea. Fedrea gets it in the net. It's a good goal. The Broncos are down by one.
The Broncos are chipping back here. 1:38 left in the third period. Fedrea with 2 goals in a span of practically 2 minutes. Great opportunity here, just down by 1. To maybe see if we can get this game tied up.
And Boise State, who just a few minutes ago looked completely lifeless and devoid of energy, are now just 1 goal away from tying this thing up. The problem they're working with is the clock. It's got 1:30 seconds left on it. Somewhat surprised to not see Lloyd Ayers call a timeout. Talk over his lines. Poland strips the puck away from the Lumberjacks. Pinsky's in the zone. He's defended by Ligaki, who knocks it away. Kiefer jammed up into the boards. Thomas Poland.
Kyler Ayers now to the net for the Broncos' 6th skater on the ice.
Yep, Boise State going with the empty net as Pinsky delivers a hit to Beck. And it looks like Pinsky's going to be going to the box. Checking from behind the call. A 2-minute minor on Pinsky. He's talking to the referee about it. He's not a fan.
I think that the ref could have called 5 other penalties before checking from behind and have gotten a better response from Eric Pinsky. But that was just not a good call, as Eric really just got the side of the defenseman and knocked him over as he was pressuring him.
Certainly a couple of other penalties that could have been called.
And it looks like
Pinsky's got words for the referee, as Coach Lloyd Ayers will now take this time to call a timeout. I think Pinsky wants clarification. He doesn't seem too upset, as you can see him here at the bottom of your screen, talking to the referee while in the box. Seems to be a reasonable discourse the two are having, as the referee shrugs a little bit. But with 1 minute left in the game, very unfortunate for Boise State, who trail by a goal, to now have to try to score a short-handed marker, or at least pull Ayers to make it a 5-on-5.
I think we've seen some hits that were worse than that during this game that haven't been called a penalty. That's a deflator there for Boise State.
Certainly is. And checking from behind, such a subjective call. Referee, at his discretion, can decide. Certainly wasn't boarding, so he had to go with checking from behind, but really Pinsky caught him on the side. Jones tasked with winning the faceoff for Boise State. He cannot do it, so Northern Arizona has an opportunity. Ayers has to stay in the net as we tick down to 50 seconds. Lumberjacks just want to control the puck, bleed the clock. But here comes Jones. Ayers skates to the bench, but Jones loses the puck. Broncos have to aggressively forecheck here. They will. Benson, Jones, all pressuring Jordan Nolan. Nolan gives it to Mills. We'll see when the Lumberjacks want to take their opportunity on the empty net. Mills has it, blocked by a stick, and it's fed in front. A beautiful passing play from Alex Shoup, finding the stick of Brendan Jester at the edge of the empty net. It's now 5-3. It's a power play goal. Pinsky's out of the box. He's shaking his head at the referee. And Boise State, with 21 seconds left, has most likely lost 3 in a row here.
It really makes you wonder if the ref really saw checking from behind or if he wanted to go home and watch some football on this Sunday morning.
It is 11:09. NFL games have kicked off about 10 minutes ago here in Boise. It's 5-3. There's 13 seconds remaining in the game. The Northern Arizona University Lumberjacks are going to walk out of CenturyLink Arena 5-3 victors. As there's 1 second left, there goes the buzzer. Binniger slams the puck off the boards in frustration. And Boise State, in their own showcase, have lost 3 in a row. Their only victory, a 5-1 drubbing of Williston State on Thursday. On Friday, a 3-2 loss to Metropolitan State University of Denver. On Saturday, a 5-1 beatdown at the hands of University of Mary Marauders. And today, the frantic third period rally comes up short as the Broncos drop this game to the Northern Arizona University Lumberjacks 5-3. Mitch, any last words?
No, that should be all. Broncos played a great game, had a great weekend, ultimately fell short. Not the weekend that they were coming out looking for, but they have 4 more very tough games coming up this next weekend as they travel to North Dakota. So we wish them well. Hopefully they can come out with a winning record.
That's right. The Broncos will be traveling to North Dakota, where they will have a rematch against University of Mary on Friday, October 4th. Not sure the rest of the schedule at the moment, but Boise State will be on the road. I'm Leonard Berry for my broadcast partner Mitch Kramer and the rest of the Bronco Club Hockey. We'd like to thank you for tuning into the Bronco Showcase this weekend here in Boise, Idaho. Once again, our final score from CenturyLink Arena: Boise State 3, Northern Arizona University 5.